These are 15 records or titles, and the characters that hold them in Skibidi Toilet. Let's start with the relatively simple ones. Did you know who the tallest character is in the entire Skibidi fandom? Well, the answer to that is the Tri-Titan. You see, the Tri-Titan isn't from any special race, but rather has combinations and modifications from other main races. But even like that, he is very powerful as well as being insanely huge. I mean, it was quite obvious as this guy stands at an impressive 195 meters tall. Yeah, the Drill Titan isn't that tall compared to this one, huh? This was only the first point, and by the end of the video, we would present some records that you most definitely didn't even realize or notice, if you follow all the fandoms, that is. Now let's move on to another basic but rather controversial placement. Who is the fastest character in the entire Skibidi fandom? In truth, there are multiple fast characters in the verse. Some have ridiculous travel speed, and some have insane movement speed. Teleportation is also worth counting as, yeah, it isn't exactly speed, but still, it helps you travel from one place to another in an incredibly short period of time. But all in all, there are two insanely fast characters, and that is our Daddy Clock and the Tri-Titan. Yeah, bro is on track to getting 2 records, but who is actually the fastest amongst them? Well, if we take things based on shown feats, movement speed obviously goes to the Clock Titan, while travel speed goes to the Tri-Titan. However, since it is very controversial, I decided to take you guys' opinion on who is the overall fastest between these two, and I guess the winner, or rather owner of this speed record, is the Clock Titan. But I want to just say that the main reason for this is due to his ability to move in 0 time. To be more specific, his time powers. But when it comes to raw speed, it's the Tri-Titan, as we have seen this guy freely move in freaking outside space. But all in all, Daddy Clock takes this record. Next, we have the most intelligent character in the Skibidiverse. Yeah, this one totally goes to Alpha, right?
No, 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 no!
Nah, seriously. I believe that some of the most creative characters are the scientists of every race. However, it is obvious that the Skibidi scientist really stands out in this category. But now, since there are 2 of them, which is actually the smartest? Well, for good reasons, I'd give this one to the OG series, since most of the things we see the multiverses do are mainly from the original, even though some of them are purely his own. It's still reasonable to give this record to the OG scientist. Now we've talked a lot about physical aspects, so let's move on to a much more romantic, the other interesting records. Who is the most loved character in the verse? Yeah, it is quite unfortunate that TV Woman went out of the spotlight ever since this latest episode of Camera Woman in the original series. I mean, why not, right? Yeah, she's definitely currently the most loved. Plunger Man is also a lot of fans' favorite. But nah! He's not reaching my Camera Woman. But you know what else is my favorite? You hitting that subscribe button, because you doing that means you are ready to get the best type of Skibidi toilet content on YouTube. So give it a go. But now, how about the most loved Titan? Well, if you didn't see how long the TV Titan's sword is, then you better start running, because if you don't say he's your favorite Titan, then you better get ready to get clapped. And also, if you think you'd be fine with that, then ask the scientist toilet how deep it went. But wait, how is he in 3rd place here? You know what? Forget what I just said. It seems Camera Titan is most people's favorite. But it doesn't end there, as we now move on to the character with the most riz. Of course, Jimmy got some move on those eyes of his, but he doesn't come close to the secret agent. I mean, this dude is out there kissing cameramen. Okay, maybe that one isn't riz, but still, there is a reason Lucky Cameraman tried to use the same thing he learned from the secret agent on this Skibidi cop. What I'm trying to say is that the secret agent takes this record. Did you think that was all? Not even close. As now, when it comes to the most sus character in the verse, well, like I said, Daddy TV can be very harmful when you try to play with his sword. Yeah, you know where this is going, right? TV Titan takes this record, and no one even comes close. But since we're still talking about the Titans, did you know who is the most racist among the Titans? Well, it's actually the Speaker Titan. Bro has literally slapped, exploded, and even totally destroyed the Skibidi scientist in this scene just because the Camera Titan burnt him with his flames, which obviously made him turn black. Yeah, you see where this is going, right? But at least he has something he is really good at.
Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean...
Now, who is the bravest character? For this one, we have only one character, and that is none other than Plungerman. You see, even while seeing how outmatched, outclassed, or even outsized he is, Plungerman would still insist on going to fight. I mean, no wonder this guy takes losing parts of his body as a costume sometimes. I even wonder if this is bravery or stupidity that leads to suicide. Okay, but since it did save the Alliance a lot of times, we have to give him credit for the axe. However, did you know that there was this one time that Plungerman didn't attack, but decided to wait?
Huh?
Yeah. As unreal as this might sound, it happened in episode 68, where he told the large cameraman not to attack. But wait, there is more. As Plungerman also said, you should like this video. Okay, maybe not exactly, but still, you should. And don't forget that subscribe button as well. Now, we did talk a lot about the characters in this series. How about the creators themselves? Do you know what the longest post time was in the OG series? I'm talking about how long it took for Dafuq to release the next episode after the previous one. And the answer to that is part 3 of episode 70, where it took 17 days after the last upload for the episode to be released. But you know what the funniest part is? The amount of when is, plot, or release date videos you might have watched during that period. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot, right? Okay, now back to the series, and we continue with another really controversial placement. Who is the most powerful Titan in the entire fandom? Well, for this section, there are 2 prime candidates, the Clock Titan and the Tri-Titan, but we all know that when it comes to a 1v1 between these two, the winner slightly goes to the Clock Titan, so I'll peacefully hand this award to him. Now, this one is quite unusual, but who is the most hated character in all of Skibidiverse? Well, although not 100% sure, we believe that C-Pen might just be on the road to become the most disliked character, due to his recent actions. But I think for now, the record holder for this one is Alpha, and I don't need to explain why, because if you know, you know. Moving on to our most experienced, yeah, the POV have been doing the job ever since episode 1, so why not? And to be honest, all of them have gone through a lot. But what if I told you that there is someone even more experienced than the POV? And that is none other than us, as we have watched every episode of the series. So you'd know not all POVs survives to see the new episodes, but on that aspect, we'll get to it later. Since we have seen everything, and even multiple times in most cases, this award actually goes to us. But how about the longest POV we've ever got in the OG series? Well, this large cameraman as well as Plungerman have stayed as POV for 4 episodes straight. But since the length of the episodes are different, and with Plungerman having the longer episodes, I think it's safe to say that our Plunger one again gets another record. On to the last 2 facts of today's video. Who is the most loved Skibidi toilet? For some reason, I think Jimmy is the one who should take this spot, as some people in my comments even say he's their favorite character. Strange, right? But still, I think there is another loved Skibidi as well, which is none other than our Mr. DJ Skibidi. And the final fact is that if you check out this video, you will get to see exactly what would happen if the Titans never existed in the original Skibidi toilet series. So go on, check it out.